back in the day, man, there were songs that really like popped, you know. And there was one that was just like, we go to the clubs, and if you hear this song, you're like, time to dance, bro. And it truly is one of my favorites, man. And I'm not pandering because he's here, because he's my guest. But damn, when this song came out, man, it was like that Cat Williams thing. Was like, that's my jam. You know what I mean? You know when Cat Williams comes out, I think when we started one of his specials, like, that's my jam. And this was a lot of people's jams. And we got Mellow Mayonnaise right here, man. And the song that obviously, bro, you have a few songs that popped, but would you say that the one like that really hit hard, bro, was Mentirosa? Would you say that?
I would have to say that, yes, and it changed the way hip hop was being made at the time, and we reinvented the bread with that and created a genre that didn't exist. The record did so much. It was like winning the Super Bowl and getting the MVP as well. So for Latinos who had never had the limelight at that time in hip hop, this is the record that showcased that we're coming.
Right.
And I think when you have something so impactful, that you become the poster child for everything Latino, and that's what happened. Think about Bad Bunny today, for instance, for these kids today. That was me 35 years ago, 33 years ago, whatever now, 34 years ago. And so I'm carrying the weight of the entire Latin culture on my back.
No, well, you know what? You know, I other than like I think 20 years before, I heard like you rarely hear Spanish words in a cool song. You know what I mean? A song that's accepted, like, you know, by everyone. You know, it didn't have to just be a Latino flavor, like everybody. And then then when I got to go back to Santana, you know, to when I heard anybody say anything in Spanish, man.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But then it was years later, man. And then I hear you on the radio, and then man, those lyrics were just poetic, bro. And every guy,
amazing. Thank you.
No, brother, every guy has been cheated on. You know, and I you know, and that hits you hard because, you know, some women. I'm not gonna paint all women with the same brush, but some women are scandalous, and that song, man, it just hit people right in the face. If you had a chick that fucking was like, you know, was fucking cheating on you, so. I was always curious, bro, and I love that I have you here, that we haven't talked about it, because I didn't want to talk about this before this, because I wanted it to be fresh, man. But when you wrote that song, man, was that something that happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, all of it. It was chick I was dating in high school, and one day one of the homies called me and said, "Hey, man, your Hyena's with these other fools." And so I went down there. She had jammed out with some of the basketball players and shit like that, and so, you know, as I had to create the
jammed
story,
out? Wait, you saw her?
No, she went to some ditching party with these fools, right?
Okay.
And that, you know, the homie called me and said, "Hey, man, your Hyena's out there with these fools, you know,
right,
from the basketball team and some brothers or whatever."
Yeah,
and I was like, okay. So by the time I got to the high school, they were all coming back. It's 3:00. You got to pretend that you went to school. Remember that?
Right, yeah.
So, and sure enough, here she comes with that vato, and I was like, oh shit, it's going down. So that's kind of how I just tapped into the story. But in the subsequent years, as we dated, shit got fucked up. So when we had one of our sons, our first son,
this is still the same woman.
Girl, yeah.
So wow.
Shit got really bad. All that, estaba vendiendo su cuerpo, you know, all that. Yeah. All that, man, you know, and so.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like she became a strawberry after.
Oh, what?
Slanging that, you know, pie, slanging that bean pie for some crack. And so that, all the whole story, man, you know. And so when it came time to write it that's the Heina the whole relationship that I tapped into to find it.
Wow.
And that's probably what I need to do for my another record. I never
Yeah.
did it again.
That was soulful. It was very
Yeah.
real to you, man.
Yeah.
No,
And I think the combination of the Santana sample, you mentioned Santana before, it's amazing that you say Santana because we sampled Evil Ways and got nobody to depend on to get it done.
okay. No.
So
Did you had kids with this lady?
we have one.
Yeah.
One.
Oh, right. You got a boy or girl?
A boy.
Oh, yeah.
He is 35 now.
You guys in touch?
He's in prison.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear
Yeah.
that, bro.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I tried
for real,
everything
bro.
impossible.
No, that's not easy, bro.
He wasn't. Yeah, he
No,
wasn't. He was. He is a very troubled young man. I didn't raise him, obviously, because he would have been.
Yeah. No, I
He would
know.
have been like your son.
It's hard, bro.
You're helping me.
No, check this out, Mellow. I coached Little League for a long time, right? And we had kids from all the neighborhoods of Northeast, right?
Yeah.
And no one. These are kids, bro. They're young. They aren't even teenagers yet. And then I did coach them when they were young teens, but they were all from different areas, like Frogtown area, Echo Park area, up near Hollywood, like Clanton area, but none of the kids were affiliated, and I didn't want them to be, man. I wanted these kids to go to college and to be baseball players, and I man, honestly, brother, I these kids that, and Fabian, I mean, you were part of that group, bro. I mean, there was 2 squads of kids that I took care of. Your sons, your brothers, your older brothers, your group, and then some of Camilo's groups for a little bit. But, you want to save them, bro, but you can't save them all. Because then as the years went on, we would hear, oh, so-and-so went to jail.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And then so-and-so is doing 5 years.
Yeah,
like,
no,
what
you can lead the
fuck?
horse to water, bro. But that old cliche saying is so true. You just can't force them all to drink it.
Right.
Some things in life you have a choice to make.
All right, man.
And whatever you decide will determine the outcome of your existence.
Right.
I know some guys I grew up with, older cats my age.
Uh-huh.
Some were and became career criminals.
Yeah.
Some career junkies.
Okay.
Career junkies, and that's a choice they made. And all through the years of myself and my brother, Sendog, watching us on TV or on a music video, hearing the songs on the radio, all they did were, still going out there prendiendo la pipa. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't see myself doing something like that for 30 some odd years, like it's a job.
By the way, I gotta say this because a lot of people don't know this, bro. It's funny. You would think a lot of people don't know that your brother is Sendog from Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
And that's pretty amazing.
No,
bro.
we're educating.
Yeah.
This is an educational show, people. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't know. That know.
Yeah.
Those that don't know, welcome aboard.
No, listen. I was at a bar and we were shooting the shit, and then I brought you up because I was gonna have you on the podcast, and then we were talking about music, and then I said, his brother. You guys know his brother, and they're like, oh, who's his brother? And I said, Sendog. And I'm like, that's his brother.
Yeah, no.
So that's pretty.
I mean, see, we've only done one project together as brothers, and that was back in 2007. So if you don't remember that, you probably, you know what I mean?
Right.
And at that,
Is he older or younger, bro?
He's older.
Okay.
He's at that, it was a very slept on project because it didn't have, a major label backing behind it. It was my brother's label. We had limited funds and things of that nature, but we made an incredible record. We had Snoop Dogg on there. We had Warren G on there. We had Be Real on there. I mean, so many people just came to this project. And so at that time, we had a great record on the radio that was working for us with the Warren G. With Warren G on it. And he did the track as well. It was called We OGs. However, in order to win at radio, you have to lace hip hop stations, not just in your backyard where you live in the state that you live in, but across the board, right, across the United States, all at the same time, have to be serviced your record to start playing it the same day, and you got to cut checks to all the program directors, right, so that they all play it simultaneously. That was part of what they used to call the payola scam. Right.
Okay. Does that still exist, or that's non-existent anymore? The payola, bro.
You know what? I'm assuming that it does.
But it's more.
I'm assuming that it does.
More hush hush now.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because I haven't had to push a record to radio in a long time, right? So I know that it probably does, because it's something that's been happening for 100 years,
right, in
the music industry per se, for instance, and that's just the way the game was played, you know. So.
Was it hard? Was it hard for your? I got to go back to Mentirosa, because the reason I go back to that, and the reason I say, was it hard for you to have that sold, because it had Spanish words, man?
No doubt. No, look, the hardest part about creating that record was Tony G, my producer, the great Tony G, said it was all his idea. He said, you know, because up to this point, I had been either rapping in all Spanish on a song or all English on a song while we're working on this Escape from Havana album. Mm-hmm. And this particular day, he gives me the beat and he says, don't come back until this one's bilingual.
Wow.
And at this point, it hadn't been done. So I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Because I've been rapping English or Spanish. He goes, I don't know what I mean. But I threw my caracoles down and I said, make this shit work.
Right.
You know? Or Tony was a real religious guy, you know, and he said, yo, like, make it work. Come back. Don't come back until it's bilingual. So the hard part became how to create this style. So one day, I'm out in front of my mom's crib with Be Real.
Okay.
From Cypress Hill.
You guys were from... all you guys grew up in Southgate, right?
My brother and I are the two original members from Cypress Avenue.
Okay.
Everybody else we brought in. At that time,
well, Be Real was from what area, bro? Was he like
El Sereno?
Really? Be Real's from El Sereno?
OG.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
I always thought he was like from Carajay or Bell Gardens.
When he was 15 and I met him, he lived in El Sereno.
Did he go to El Sereno Junior High?
He dropped out of El Sereno Junior High.
Oh, shit, bro. What a
We
job.
all dropped out.
Damn, bro.
Shout out to the homie Victor. Looking for a shout-out clout right there. Yeah, but so we recruited everybody. My point for saying that is this day we're trying to write the song.
Okay.
So we're smoking some weed. We're having some 40s in his Pinto. Mind you, this is before we had money.
Yeah.
Before we had fame. We putting the fame together. We trying to create this thing now. We're out in front of my mom's house, drinking 40s, got a couple leños, and I had to use the bathroom. I got, you know.
Okay.
So I go, hey, dog, I'll be right back. Troliquiazo.
Okay.
So, you know. I go in, and I kid you not, to my mom. You know how these West Coast driveways are. You know, you got enough room for a car, and then you can hear what your neighbor's saying.
Yeah.
Okay? Especially in Southgate, at that time, Southgate, Huntington Park. These cities are very, you know, the houses are very close to each other. I go to the bathroom. I can hear out the window. Our bathroom window was aligned to the neighbor's kitchen.
Okay.
The señoras over there, you can hear during the trastes.
All right.
Right? So I hear some little boy says, Ama, I'm going to the liquor store. Ahorita vengo. And a light came on. I swear, Willie, a light came on. I was like, wait a minute. That's the fucking style, bro. Like, we talk like this every day.
Yeah.
If I say one phrase in English, a phrase in Spanish, putting the rhyming word on that particular language, I got the style. So I ran back to the car, and I said, hey, dog, I think I got it. Because we've been trying to write for 45 minutes, and all we had was Check This Out, Baby.
Okay.
And Be Real came up with that part.
Okay.
The intro. And I said, tenemos tremendo lío. And it just started to flow. Last night you didn't go. A la casa. It's like, yo, this is taking money from a baby right here.
Right.
It's like the language, English, Spanish, put the rhyming word on the Spanish, you know?
Right.
It wrote itself.
Okay, bro, you're saying it wrote itself, but Who? I mean, take me there, bro. Were you guys actually? I mean, who had the pen and paper? And then who was writing, bro?
We both had pen and paper.
Really? Was you and Be Real?
We both had pen and paper. We were sitting in his Pinto, bro. It was his yellow mustard.
I never knew
Pinto.
that. I never knew that Be Real had, was part of the instrumental in creating this song. Well, man. Look, it's the first time I ever heard of this, bro. Pretty badass.
Is somebody who was in my breakdance crew. Okay, this is at the time where I'm not Mellow Man Ace and he's not Be Real.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I think my name was B-Boy Frosty.
Okay.
Or something like that. And his name was, it could have been Cool Chill or Be Chill or some shit like that. It might have even been Jeep. I remember, the time periods, right? Jeep from the Popeye cartoon. Okay, there was a character named Jeep. Anyway, one day we saw a movie called Crush Groove on the big screen, and fucking Beat Street came out.
Yeah.
And we were like, fuck, dude, if we do this shit right, we could be like those fools.
Right.
But here's the thing. Our breakdance crew was more concerned with just getting some chicks after the battles.
Right.
And going to scam.
Yeah.
Right?
Scam.
Yeah, let's go scam on a freaking crew from fucking the opposite city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As someone from my generation.
Okay, my generation.
You're gonna have to explain that.
No, scam, bro, was like when you go out. When you guys say, how do you say when you guys want to meet a chick? You gotta go make out with her. What do you guys say?
Yeah, hook up.
Hook up. Okay, you guys say hook up. We say scam.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
Same shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
So one day I go up to Southgate High School and I said, "That's it. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna go snatch Chili Chill, Be Chill, Jeep, whatever his name was. Be Real, ultimately.
Okay.
I'm going.
So how'd you meet him? So if he's in El Sereno and you're in Southgate, so how'd you guys end up crossing paths?
Our other little homie that lived on top on Cypress was in our breakdance crew too. His name was Sugar Pop.
Okay.
He introduced me to Jeep, who then would become Be Real later.
Okay.
Right? And I don't know how those two met. Okay? Either way.
Did you guys have matching sweatsuits, bro?
We did that.
What's up, bro?
We did that.
You guys have your names in the back?
We did that.
What was the name of the crew, bro?
It was we were the LAB boys.
We were
the LAB boys.
Yeah.
Right? So,
did you guys ever go to right there in Hollywood and Florentine Gardens and do your shit?
Yeah, we was at the Walk of Fame. We were breakdancing over there, wherever we could. We battled a lot of people, and that was how we got our buzz up and our name up. But okay, here's where this separation happens, where I go from breakdancing to try to make it famous in music.
Okay, bro.
Or make it big, however you want to say it. I see Crush Groove and Wild Style, Crush Groove, and B Street. These movies are now out there in theaters. And I say, like I said before, if we do it right, we could be like these guys. I said, I'm going to go snatch up Jeep.
Okay.
Because I love him because he was half Cuban, half Mexican. He was like my little brother.
Okay.
So I knew I was going to get into a fight when I got there because the rest of the crew was going to be like, fuck, what are you talking about? You're taking him only.
Okay.
Right? So I go up there. They was all in the bleachers. And I said, hey, man, I'm done with this whole shit. And I'm taking Jeep with me. If any of you motherfuckers have anything to say, step up to me right now and step up.
So you just
I just pumped them all.
No, but I'm saying you dismantled the crew and just say I'm taking one guy.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
I was that serious because I was done with the scamming, the hooking up. There's a bigger picture now. Like, we can do this.
You had it
if you're watching, and we all watch these movies together, the whole crew, but they're still like, nah, let's go call little Susie and Yvette and them bitches. You know what I mean? Let's go scam on. You know what I mean?
So okay.
But we're like, I'm thinking money. I'm thinking fame. I'm thinking stardom.
No, wait, hold on. So okay, and help me out here, bro. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So you guys are youngsters, right? So I love this, man. For all you youngsters out there, man, that have a dream, that want to do something, whether you're an actor, rapper, singer, whatever in the arts, man. So I'm picturing you guys. You're a little dude, right? You're a youngster. and you're at the
about-
movies. You're at
I'm
the
about
movies.
17
Yeah,
at this
but you're at the
17,
movies,
18.
man. You're at the movies, sitting down, and you're
Yeah.
watching. And as you're watching it, bro, your mind's going 100 miles an hour, going, "Fuck that! I'm gonna do this."
That's exactly what it was.
Bro.
It was so influential watching Run DMC on a big screen and watching, breakdancers like, the New York City Breakers or Rocksteady Crew. These guys, we tried to emulate them. And now they're on the big screen, right? And I'm like, as I'm watching it, I'm going, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be.
How about Sugar Hill Gang? Did that influence you, bro?
Of course, that Rapper's Delight, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I remember
did,
that's the first one I heard, bro. Was and I know, Mijo, you've never heard of that one, are you? Rapper's Delight, bro. Bro, that's an old school right there. But okay, we're gonna put a little bit right now, bro, and I want you,
Some old school delight.
no, bro. This is like the
old school.
yeah,
Delight.
bro. This is really badass, bro. You don't know, bro. You don't know. But those dudes paved the way, bro. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely, you are absolutely right. Those were our forefathers. Like much like if you were trying to play Little League Baseball, right?
Big Daddy Kane.
At the time, you looked up to Steve Garvey. Or
Yeah.
Ron Say, fucking Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah.
all these people.
Those are your
right?
guys.
Yeah, exactly, right. My era, but it became the same thing. So now I'm idolizing, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Curtis Blow, right? These are my new heroes now, and so I want to emulate them. So, and still be different, and still because at that time in hip hop, there was a phrase called "no biting."
No, but you did that, bro. What was beautiful about that song, bro, was it had its own flavor, bro. It had its own fingerprint.
Many came out after, but often duplicated but never imitated.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at that time you couldn't sound like another record. Whereas a lot of times today you hear a lot of artists sound very similar, especially when Auto Tune came out. You couldn't tell who was who, right? So, I just wanted to do something that was completely different, and I definitely wanted to represent my Latino-ness, right?
Because your background is it 100% Cuban, bro?
No, hell no. Nobody's 100%.
I don't know nobody's 100, but I get it, right?
I'm Afro-Cuban.
Afro-Cuban.
I'm African.
Bro, I've been to Cuba 3 times, bro.
Okay.
I've been to Cuba. I've been to Havana, bro. So have you been to Cuba, bro?
I was born in Cuba.
No, but have you been there? Have you been back since?
No.
Look, brother.
I'm a political prisoner, bro. Like I left on differences of politics, so I could never go back.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I'm sure,
You know they opened it up for a little bit about 4 or 5 years ago.
And my little sister went back 3-4 years ago, But my mom used to always say, rest her soul, and she used to say you shouldn't have to ask permission to go home.
Right, man.
Right, and so I never went.
They're protesting right now.
I know, it's crazy right now.
The country's protesting big time
It's
right now,
crazy
bro. They're
right
like,
now.
we're done with this
You don't
communist
see it
shit.
on the news. And
Yeah.
thank you for letting me know, to remind me of that, man. If you're watching this right now, stand up for my Cuban people.
Absolutely,
There's
bro.
a lot going on right now. My cousins, my aunts and uncles are still over there. And they don't have the basics like electricity, running water, and shit like that.
The elites do.
And
The elites in the government
do, but
do.
not the people.
Yeah, that's...
Like, as soon as you walk away from Havana and you go into the hoods,
Yeah.
the hoods are fucked up. And, I still have my cousins and everybody there who tell us every day what it's like.
No,
You
bro,
know
check
what
this
I'm
out. Check it out, bro. And we're gonna come back to this, but just share this with you, bro. Whenever I get to any country, bro, whether or anywhere. So when I got to Cuba, it's like I don't know, 5-6 years ago, man. Everybody gets on these buses, these tours, right? And I'm always, man, no matter where I'm at in this world, bro, I go, fuck that. I let them all go like sheep, and I watch everybody. And then they have these really nice, in Cuba, right? Really nice taxi cabs, bro.
Yeah.
But then there's another section, check this out, bro, where the taxi cabs are all raggedy. And I said, fuck that. I want to go with that dude right there. So I bypass the tour buses. I bypass the nice taxis, and I get into like this raggedy Nissan Sentra, bro.
Yeah.
That it just has a sign with a paper that says taxi. And I get in, and I just want to talk to him, and I talk to him in Spanish, and I told him, hey, dime cuánto te pago y me llevas por todo donde no van los turistas. Y tú dime qué quieres. And then he tells me $50, right? I'm like, God damn, that's cheap, bro. I gave him more than 50, bro. But I told him, I got you, And he took me everywhere, and he told me, he broke it down to me, bro. And I know I go all over the place, bro. I'm ADD, ADHD like a motherfucker. But so the taxi driver, bro, in his broken down Sentra, starts telling me, man, I can't even eat, man. I have a job. I work. He says he's working 12 hours a day, but still doesn't have money to put food on the table. And I go, but what about those taxis right there? Who owns those? And how come, you don't have one of those? And he goes, no, all those belong to somebody named Castro, who's like a cousin of Fidel Castro. Yeah. It's like a third cousin. They still running shit.
Yeah.
Like all the cousins and nephews, bro. And then you know what they do to these guys that want to still be taxi drivers? They tax them super hard. Like they get all this thing like, oh, because you have windshields, you gotta pay extra. Because you have tires, pay extra. Oh, you need a monthly pass. You need a weekly. And I'm like, what the fuck? And the guy goes, no, bro. He goes, we're fucked here. He's telling me, man. Yeah. And it's like, so for you to tell everybody right now, get the word out, man. And it's like, man, Cuba's beautiful, bro. Cuba's beautiful. I'm gonna sound like a touristy fucking human, like, oh, the music, the food, everything. But yeah, bro, it is true. It's such a culture that needs to be shared with the world, man.
Yeah, and it's still under lock and key, and it's pathetic, man.
So I'm in this cab, man. This guy's giving me the rundown. I mean, he took me far, bro.
Yeah.
And check this out. I bought back then for a couple of years, right? It was open, and you could buy cigars from Cuba. You could bring in 100 cigars without having to check them in. That was the number. You could bring in 100, and they won't tax you.
Yeah.
And you could actually put them in your backpack, and they're like, oh, it's 100, cool, go ahead. But the guy goes, you want some cigars? You want to get them even cheaper than right here? So he takes me far, bro. Way away from everything. And then there's this house, right? A little casita, and then you can tell like there's like 4 families in there, bro. Like 4,
Yeah, absolutely.
And he goes, oh, come on in. He goes, I know them. So I'm sitting in the living room, right? And then the ladies are like they're putting the labels on the cigars, bro, right there.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, how do you guys get the labels and how do you guys get the cigars? And they say, well, we all work for the cigar, for Cohibas, right? And what they do is they steal them. They steal the labels. Like one person is in charge of taking the labels. Yeah. Another person is in charge of taking the cigars. And another person is in charge of taking the boxes. And another person is in charge of taking the actual seals to make them legit. Because they have to have the seal, bro.
Sure,
a government seal.
Yeah.
It's just, and they all work like a team, bro.
Absolutely.
So I would buy these cigars for like, I brought 20 cigars for like $10, bro.
Sure.
But
well, I mean, that's kind of why I'm saying like shit is fucked up over there still. They're living, in a third world country type situation where it's only 90 miles to Miami, right. And you feel like you're a world away when you go to Cuba. It's stuck in time.
Right.
It's in a time capsule, right? So if you're watching this, please support my people, man.
Yeah, no. So both mom and dad are from Cuba.
Absolutely, and I'm guessing at some point. See, this is how the Afro-Cuban thing. Let's educate them a little bit.
All right, bro.
The Afro-Cuban thing happens because in Cuba there were Indians, Native Indians there. I wouldn't say Native Americans.
Okay. They're indigenous.
The indigenous were
too.
already there when Christopher Columbus discovered Cuba. Now, where you get my skin-colored Cubans is because of the transatlantic slave trade that came from Africa.
Okay.
Right? And my dad, who's like super dark-skinned,
okay,
but my mother has a Spaniard background.
Okay.
Right? And I'm a quarter Spaniard as well.
All right.
Because my mother's last name is a Spaniard last name, Aguirreveres. Then my dad's last name is Reyes, which is more Spaniard too. So they conquered them.
The Spanish conquered everywhere. They were horny motherfuckers, bro. They fucked that's why Filipinos have fucking last name Gomez.
Exactly.
You know?
And so the difference between me and, let's say, an Afro-American brother is a drop-off point, right? Because some got dropped off in the United States, some got dropped off in Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, Cuba, Haiti, the Bahamas, Jamaica. So the only difference between us all is the drop-off point. We're all Africans who were enslaved into Spaniardism, if you will, right?
Right.
And so that's when you blend that with the Tainos and the Atue Indians that were already there, the indigenous. Now you have a.
I know. Okay, wait. I want you to back up a little. Give me the names because I know the Tarumadas from Chihuahua.
Sure.
You're right. I've heard of many of this. So
sure.
What are these Indian?
These were indigenous people of the islands.
Okay, tell me the names again.
In Puerto Rico, they were the Tainos.
Okay.
In Cuba, they were the Atue.
Wow.
Okay.
Bro.
And these were indigenous folks. So we're a melting pot of a lot of different cultures brought together through slavery, through rape, torture, conquerization, and all these other things. So I like spreading this wisdom and the knowledge. That's the kind of person I am. I like to educate people because I lost a friend recently.
Okay.
From the music industry, somebody that I've known for a long time was in Ice Cube's camp. He didn't understand why I am black and speak Spanish, right? These are the same problems I had in the 1970s when I first got here. But this brother was so ignorant to these facts and hadn't done any homework as to why this is, why we're so different yet the same, right? So it's no different like when you go to Jamaica and they have that really down-home Jamaican accent, right?
Yeah.
And when they try to speak English, it sounds really fucked up, but it sounds kind of cool at the same time.
Right.
It's the same difference, man. And people have to really understand that what happened to us, what's been done to us through rape, torture, and all these other things that we were forced to believe in. And so, yeah, man, I mean, I love the diversity of our people. We're very different, but yet we're very much the same.
No, it took me a long time to get to where you're at, bro, because I grew up. First of all, I was born in Mexico. They brought me here when I was 6 years old from Mexico. Mm-hmm. So I just had this thing about Mexicans, right? This is my people, which I love my people, and then obviously right away, man, Chicanismo comes in, right? Because I landed in Boyle Heights.
Yeah.
So but then
now you're not Mexican enough.
I'm not Mexican enough. I'm too Mexican. I'm everything.
Yeah,
all these things. But then we travel the world as, we're very blessed, bro. Cats like you and I, we're very blessed because we get out of our bubble.
Yeah.
And because of our art, we travel the world.
Yes.
And we meet people, man, and we realize what I realized, bro, when I'm in like Korea, and Germany and places like that, and I'm like, we're all the same motherfuckers, man.
We really are.
We're all the same people, man.
And then, well, the thing is, segregation and separation, these things come into play. Like
the good people. I meant the good people, because to me, there's good people and bad people.
Of course, but and I said this. If you go to France, the French traditionally don't like Americans, right?
Yeah.
But they'll come to your concert.
Okay.
And they'll go to your fucking show. It's amazing. They don't like us as a people, but they'll come to your show. Same difference for me was when I stepped foot in Colombia, Costa Rica, all those countries that I went to.
I've been to Colombia.
Ambassadored for hip hop early on in my career to all those countries, in Venezuela, and doing shows like Martes 13 in Santiago, Chile, and you find yourself. You wake up and you're in the morning paper, right? Mm-hmm. That are piled up in front of your doorstep, and you get to the airport and they don't let you out of the plane because every photographer and every journalist wants an interview from you.
Right.
You don't get to your hotel till 3:00 in the morning. By the time you're said and done. But at that time, we were becoming. I noticed that I was becoming an ambassador for hip hop. So I had to educate people more. Sometimes even in, like say for instance, I'm in Santiago, Chile, right, and I'm doing a TV show, one of the biggest TV shows out there, and the host says to me, "So Mellow Menace, ¿por qué haces esa música de negros?"
Oh shit.
So no, I was like offended for one cunt hair of a
Okay.
second. You know what I mean? One cunt hair of a second.
Okay.
And then I go, you know what? This is a teaching moment. And I
Okay.
educated them about how in hip hop in New York when it started, it was blacks, Puerto Ricans, and Cubans, and this
Right,
one and
right.
that one, Dominicans, were all there together. This is not just a black music.
No, it isn't.
And they were like, oh,
no,
you know?
Even when they trace back country music, it has roots from the slaves.
Yeah.
You know, when they actually go back, and as you know, and when you trace back rap music, it has influence from white artists. It's like we're such a melting pot, but there's an ignorance in humans, I believe, that want to
look,
separate.
Americans, we as Americans are, and we live in this information superhighway era. Yet people are dumber than they've ever been, and the attention spans are shorter than they've ever been.
Yeah.
You know, and so we don't.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I take offense to that.
I knew you would.
Because my attention span has always
you
been
had
fucking bad.
and double AD
I was born with that.
shit.
Hey, bro, I'm the OG when it comes to ADD. But when I did it, it didn't have a title, bro. It's just like that motherfucker don't listen.
No,
you
back
know?
in the day,
He
they
don't
would have
focus.
spanked that shit right out of you,
Yeah,
bro.
no, they tried, bro. That's why I got fucked up a lot by my mom because she couldn't, man.
Yeah.
My mom used to call me retarded, bro. You know, that's so different.
Wow.
Remember those days, bro? Okay, retrasado. Okay,
Yeah,
dude.
right.
No, you don't make me cry. I'm drinking tequila and talking about my mom right now, bro. Fuck it.
Man, it's all love, bro. It's all love.
No, go ahead, brother.
But no, I mean it is what it is. I mean, people don't read as much. The newspaper is obsolete. You know, we get our news from Facebook and Instagram,
TikTok,
Like they don't show us any
30 seconds.
Real news on TV is you get the weather, you get that cat that climbed up the tree and little Billy jumped up and got him, and then you got maybe like some, I don't know.
No, bro. No, you're right. No. The news to me now, bro, it goes like this. It goes far left or far right. Nobody, nobody wants to go. Okay, this is what really happened.
But at the same time, like I'm trying to tell you, like you won't hear what's happening in Cuba on Channel 7. You have to be in Miami. If you're lucky, you'll get what's going on in Cuba, and because of the the embargo placed on Cuba, the United States, they don't bring us that, right? And I think it's time to lift the embargo, and really. Go in there and really,
right. But
save the people like they're saving everybody else around the fucking world.
Right. I'm with you on that, bro. I was blessed, bro. I'm gonna say the word. I'm not a religious man at all, bro. But the word blessed to me, I can break it down. It means different things to me. Not like a religious man, but I'll tell you, I'm a blessed man that I was able to see that for myself, man.
Yeah. And by the same token, I've been to Mexico in different spots of Mexico where the conditions are very similar.
Yeah, well, bro. Yeah. The government over there is they run things.
Yeah, just like in Cuba,
Yeah.
I remember I remember because my dad always talks about the golden era of Cuba. He's 90 now, but he's still sharp.
He's 90?
And he remembers...
90? Like, or 91?
90 years old.
When did he turn 90?
Last July.
Mijo, when did your grandpa turn 90, mijo?
Yeah, no, my grandpa just turned 90 in December.
So, bro,
he's still walking around, kicking,
he still drinks tequila, bro.
Yeah.
Eats meat. Don't give a fuck, man. Happy.
Yeah.
Happy soul, bro.
Well, the old man...
So tell me about your old man.
Take away from...
No, I want to hear about your old man.
The old man remembers things from 1950, you know what I mean? From 1940.
What does he tell you,
If he
bro?
listens to a musical band, a record, right? I could play a record for him right now off of YouTube, and I'll say, who was the bass player for that particular band? My dad went and saw him when he was 17. So he'll say, ese fue Rey Barreto. Or ese fue, Jorge Gonzalez.
Right, right.
He can still name these motherfuckers. And it's incredible to me because, excuse me, he also remembers the time that the mob in the United States, the mafia, was ruling Cuba through the Bautista president, Fulgencio Batista, who did deals with the mob, with Lucky Luciano and these guys and Meyer Lansky. And
he was there when that whole thing was
my
going
dad
on?
lived through that in the 1940s when Frank Sinatra was going over there with $1 million suitcases and that movie, The Godfather, when Johnny Ola and all them motherfuckers and Hyman Roth and all them guys, whatever his name was, are in Havana. That shit is real, because the mafia, leader on the East Coast, especially in Miami at the time, his name was Santos Traficante. He was doing one-on-one deals with Bautista, the Cuban president, to have casinos in Cuba, to have roulette tables and do all that. And it wasn't until 1959 when Fidel Castro came in that the party was over. And everybody had to get the fuck out.
Yeah, and he said he was going to change things, and it was just more of the worst.
He flipped on the people because he made the people, people like my parents think that he was about the people. Now the people are going to have the country and we're going to run this shit correctly. But what he did was he saw that he got there and he saw all the money that he controlled now and he flipped on the people and it became, fuck you, it's all about me.
Right.
And his squad was so big, his military was so big that you either had to love him or hate him, right? And if you hated him, you had a couple of chances to get off the island. One was how I got off the island. I had to win the Cuban lottery when I was born to get my family off the island. Right?
You had it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because in the late 60s and early 70s, the United States and Cuba did a deal where if you had political prisoners or people who didn't like your political stance in Cuba, you got to leave the island through the flights of liberty, okay? But the only catch was you had to have children. So my older sister was born and her number doesn't hit the lottery. It's basically like saying a social security number, right? Mm-hmm. My brother Sendog was born, his number doesn't hit the lotto.
Okay.
When I'm born third, I hit the lotto. Now, the government gives my entire family, aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins, everybody the chance to leave with me.
Because you hit the lotto.
Because I hit the lotto.
Wow, bro.
Right? Now
so you're the savior, bro.
They call me the lucky charm.
Yeah, bro. You are the lucky charm, bro. I saw that the wings behind you as you're talking about this,
that's crazy.
Bro.
That's crazy.
That's badass, bro.
So,
wow.
So like, look, my grandparents, thank you. I appreciate that.
Wow,
My grandparents didn't want to come because they didn't want to learn another language. They were like, we're fucked here already. This is what we know. We're going to die here. All my uncles said no. All my
the elderly.
No, they wasn't older yet.
Oh, wow.
This is in 1970.
Okay.
I got here in 1971. I'm 4 years old, right? So they were still young. All my uncles were musicians.
We got here in the same year, bro.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Holy shit,
we got
bro.
here in the same year, bro.
I'll be here tomorrow, dog. Have some coffee and cigarettes. Hey, hey, but yeah, that's what happened. And so, and then in 1980s, there was known the Mariel boat lift, right? That's when Scarface comes about.
No, I saw them, bro, because they were around my area when a lot of them got there. And then,
absolutely.
But a lot of the bad ones too, bro.
Yeah, well, that's when he let off the island.
Yeah, a lot of the houses were getting broke into.
In 1980, the boat lift had a lot of the criminal element that was in the prisons. A lot of people that was in the prisons got out. They let them out and brought to the United States. There was a lot of murders, rapists, thieves. And Fidel
the
Castro,
bad element.
Fidel Castro was not a fan of gay people, so he kicked all the gay people off the country, and they were sent here to the United States. So all that happened in the Maria boat lift of the 1980s, which is where we had the movie, Scarface comes to play, shit like that.
No, bro, listen, man, I just want to tell you, brother, the reason I do this podcast. and check this out, Mellow. I've been on many podcasts, bro, and a lot of people want to do a podcast because they want
some pussy.
No, they want no, bro. They want they want shock
value,
entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And to me, bro, that was never. It's never been me, man. You know, when people and to all my fans, you guys know me because you guys will drink a beer with me, take a shot with me after the show, and you guys know when I'm off stage, I'm off stage. You know, there's comedians that are still on, bro, and they're like, you know, hey, jokey joke. I'm like, hey,
did you hear the one about the dog?
Yeah. No, that's never been me, bro. I really like.
Hey, Willie, a black guy, a Mexican. no. A black guy, a Mexican, and a Puerto Rican are driving, are in the car, right? Who's driving?
Okay, tell me again.
A Mexican, a Cuban, a Puerto Rican, and a black guy in a car. Who's driving?
Oh yeah, you said it. He's the cop.
Exactly. Yeah, that's that was from the John Gotti movie. I stole that, but no,
no, bro, but no. I'm I always, if I did a podcast and I told my son right here, Fabian, it feels weird that I call you my son, bro. Honestly, even when I say son, you know why? Because we're more friends than anything, bro.
Yeah, no, it feels weird calling you dad now.
Shut up, dick. No, bro. So, no, this is my boy, bro. All my sons, man. I was raised without a dad, bro. You know,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No dad here. My mom left them in Juarez and Mexico.
Yeah.
So, I was always that kid without a dad. You know, if you go to Little League games and shit like that, and you're like the one that knows.
So who was your example to be a man?
Some of my uncles that came from Mexico, bro, like these tough fucking with the hats and shit, the vaquero hats and fucking those motherfuckers. Some of those guys. Some of my Chicano uncles that were already here, influenced them. And man, if I don't give these guys props, I'd be a fucking asshole. But some of the older homies, bro, that were, because back then, I don't know if it happens now, but back then, there was such a thing because there wasn't like thousands of gangs. There was like, and I'm not gonna mention affiliations, bro, but there would be a gang from a barrio. And that gang took care of that whole neighborhood, and then the next neighborhood over, that gang took, when I was a little kid, bro, they were respectful, man. They were some of those guys, believe it or not, bro. Some of the which we call now veteranos, OGs, whatever. They were a positive influence,
well,
bro.
You know what they say? It takes a village.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro.
And there's some good guys back in the day that would protect you from that whole
the bad element,
too,
bro.
I mean? Like they saw something special in you almost, and they're like, "Nah, leave little Willie alone. He's gonna do some
like
shit."
that, bro. Like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
It happened
like
to me
that.
in Southgate.
Yeah, it happened like that. And I've had this discussion with cops, bro, veteran cops, and they're like, "Yeah, que cholos do this." They get all fucking hard, and I'm like, "Bro, let's talk some truth now." And I've said this, and you tell me what you think, bro. I want your interpretation of this. I said, all right, bro. Yeah, you're right. There's some gangbangers that are fucked up, that just chicken shit motherfuckers. But bro, there's some good ones too. And I know you as a cop, you've dealt with them. And then they sit back, bro, because we're drinking, and they go, they start telling me stories of some cool old school gangbangers that fixed some shit that they couldn't fix.
Yeah.
And I said, same way there's gangbangers, there's guys that are fucking solid. And there's guys that are that are weasels, And same thing with cops.
Yeah.
There's cops, bro, that obviously they're pieces of shit, bro. And there's cops that really cared about their neighborhood, bro.
Yeah.
As much as like everything was against them, there's good ones, and I say like this, bro. There's a good mechanic, and there's a bad mechanic, right?
Yeah,
we grew up in the hood, bro. And to paint everyone with the same brush, fucking
you
bullshit.
Can't, you can't paint everybody with the same brush in life, man. I had a good brother back in the 1970s, Chicano brother. His name was Leonard. And I believe he was from Grape Street. Leonard would go out of his way to tell all the other gangsters to leave me the fuck alone.
Wow, bro.
Don't touch him. Don't touch. My name is Ulpiano, right?
Right.
But people used to shorten it up and call me OP.
Okay.
Hey, homie, leave fucking OP alone. He's gonna do some amazing shit, dog.
They saw that in you,
this
bro.
This guy Leonard was priceless, and God rest his soul. 1 year at a ditching party, you know how we used to play Russian roulette and all that shit at ditching parties and shit like that.
Man, your parties were different than mine,
well,
bro.
in Southgate,
We had disco chicks.
Our
Russian roulette was like, my Russian roulette was like, fuck, hope I don't get some VD.
Let me rephrase it.
VD, son. I know hold on, bro. I gotta tell him what VD means. VD is yours, STDs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ours is called VDs. Venereal diseases. No, he knows about this dick face. I just said the vernacular was different. Yeah. John, the fuck you talking about, John? John. Anyway,
okay. Let me rephrase. The Cholo ditching parties. Okay, nice. They were playing Russian roulette one day, and le tocó a él la bala. God, that was Leonard who made sure that I had a clear path to my success. And I'll never forget him. Number one and number two, I will always give him his props.
That's badass, bro.
He didn't have to do that, dog. He didn't have to do that,
bro. For you to say that, and for me, look, we have different philosophies. All right, for me is this, and I respect your philosophy, but to me, bro, is no. Dig this, no, because I do from different neighborhoods, and I always said. All the cats that were so influential to me, that were affiliated. Yeah, I always say, if somebody asks me privately, I'll tell you who it was, but publicly I just won't. And I've had people come up to me, hey, how come you didn't say where he was from? I said, bro. I'll tell you right now. Yeah. But you know what? But I've had cats like you, bro. Like hey, I'm gonna say this right now, bro. Grape Street, you mentioned it,
right?
And bro, that's beautiful.
He's resting in peace. Like it doesn't matter. No, it could have been from any other neighborhood. This guy happened to be from that neighborhood at that time. This is the 1970s. Okay, I'm so far removed from that time frame. Mm-hmm. I've been all over the world and. It's a different time. We're grown now. We in our 50s, right. But I'm going to give that man his credit, because he did keep a lot of that element off of me for those years that he was alive and we were friends.
And those are the dudes I'm talking about when you talk about, there's good and bad in everything, bro.
Yeah, there is.
There is. And, there's a good doctor, there's a bad doctor, man. There's a good lawyer, bad lawyer. But, man, listen, brother, I wanted this podcast for this reason, to sit down and talk to someone like yourself, bro, and have people get to know you and see you at just a real chill moment, laid back, you know what I mean? There's no shock value here. It's just humans talking. And it's the way, and I think you'll know this, Fabian. Hey, mijo, since you were a kid, bro, haven't I done this without the cameras in the patio back in Silver Lake?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it just feels like we're just chilling at the house, kicking back, like same old shit. But there's cameras now.
I used to do this, bro. I would always bring comedians over. Yeah. And then I would always have cigars. The only difference is that I'm not lighting up carne asada, homie. I would light up carne asada at 2 a.m, bro. That's the only difference. Yeah, 2 a.m. Oh, and I would make you wrestle.
Yeah, I'm not wrestling.
I would make him fight. Him and his brother fight one of my buddies, bro. Yeah. Because they're all into jiu-jitsu and shit. We'd be drunk and I'd be like, "Hey, bro, fucking, you think you can take him?" Yeah, bro. Sorry about that.
Fucking all kind of bad parenting. Somehow it works. Somehow it works, man.
I just want to thank you, bro. I want to thank you for being here, bro. And I
absolutely,
I've been wanting to have you, man. And obviously you have songs, you have that hit the charts, but damn, this Mentirosa, bro. Yeah. Was it part of my soul with those women that fucking burned me when I was a kid?
Yeah, they
that was like that was for that era, bro. a lot of men that got burned by a woman, bro, was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Say it again, bro.
No doubt. So, Willie, man. We've been meaning to do this for a while.
Yeah.
Right? We just didn't know when it was going to
We
happen.
always run into each other, bro.
Yeah, we always run into each other in fucking weird-ass places. And, you know, we're always due for a sit-down, right?
Yeah.
It just never happened until now.
Right.
But, I've always been a fan of yours as well. You know that I've been at some of your shows, too. And I've been one of the loudest laughing motherfuckers in there. And so just know, man, the feeling is mutual, brother. You have a fan in me. You know, I speak highly of you.
Thank
I
you,
know
bro.
a few comedians, too. And I always say, you guys know Willie, you know. Everybody knows you, man. Everybody got nothing but love for you and good things to say. And so the whole shit is mutual, man. We just paying it forward, really.
No.
You know?
Yeah, and to all the young artists out there, look, my road was being a comedian, and I was always the guy who teachers threw out of the class. As a matter of fact, I was never a very popular kid with teachers, with counselors, anything. But if you believe in yourself, to all young people, man, what would you say to someone, to a young artist, bro? What would your advice be to a young artist?
It would be very similar. My thing I would say is, believe in yourself. If you have a little belief in yourself and your gift, the gifts that only you know you have, follow it, because that could become your 9 to 5.
Right.
It happened for us. It could happen to you. It could happen to him. It could happen to her. So a lot of people don't have the time to be able to embellish that, because reality kicks in.
Right.
Or she got pregnant, or he got a girl pregnant. He got to get a job. At 18, your dad's going to kick you out. And if you haven't figured it out yet, then how do you pursue something that you haven't yet embellished, right? For me, I let my dad kick me out, because that's what made me a man. It made me get out there into Hollywood and meet people and meet this one and meet that one. And lo and behold, the more people that I met in those realms is how I got my record deals and things like that happening. So that by the time I came back home, I came home with a record, and he had to let me back in, because now I'm doing it my way.
Right.
And if you ever want to do it your way, believe in yourself.
No, that's bad. Thank you for that. And on that note, man, I just want to thank you.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man, I ain't going no fucking where.
Hey, we still got more tequila. I still got more tequila, bro.
Yeah, no, fuck that, Willie. I still haven't even said what I'm up to yet.
No, go ahead. Oh, no. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. I'm not cutting you off, bro.
Okay, good deal, man, because I'm here for a while, though. You may as well start cooking that carne asada that you said. But for real, no, I just wanted to plug a couple things that I'm doing while I'm here, and I have this platform. You know, you have a great fan base. I got to take advantage of it. So this Friday, catch me at the Toyota Arena with DJ Quick, Rodney O, and Joe Cooley, The Game. So many dope artists on stage, MC Magic.
But you don't hear me, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The headliner will be The Game.
Oh, nice.
I will be on stage. Myself, my man Daz Dillinger, and then that'll be this Friday again at the Toyota Arena in Ontario. So come get your tickets and check us out. The other thing that has me really excited right now, man, is my first annual Mellow Man Ace Edutainment Arts Program Golf Classic coming up April 26th at the California Country Club. I started this golf tournament. And sort of like a philanthropy thing that I started to do was, because I have a music arts program in the city of La Puente that educates and teaches kids the arts. We bring the arts back.
Hey, I got punished. I ended up in La Puente when I was a kid. I went 1 year to Workman High School.
Okay,
I don't know if you know.
I know exactly where that is.
It's down the street.
Exactly
I went there 11th grade, bro.
Yeah, well, I know exactly where Workman is. But no, I just want to thank City Councilman David Argudo down there in La Puente, because he presented me with the idea to start my own curriculum last year during the 50th year of hip hop. Wow. And, you know, he said, hey, we want you to start your own curriculum. And lo and behold, I created a 15-week program. We teach kids how to make beats, how to rap, how to rap in Spanish and English, how to play piano and sing.
Wow.
And we had over 125 kids graduate in our first semester. and now we've just added Canoga Park through the Ace Foundation down there. So we're growing, man, and I love being able to give back to the community and these kids that don't have access to a drum machine, a piano, a keyboard, a microphone. We bringing this to them, you know, and we showing them how to use it all. And so that has me very excited, and that kind of what came to me bringing this whole golf tournament together now as a viable charity foundation through the La Puente Community Foundation, in conjunction, I should say, with them. You know, now we have guys like Oscar De La Hoya coming out, you know, Emilio Rivera. I think you told me yourself you were coming through.
Yeah.
Right?
As a matter of fact, I talked to Emilio. Emilio's going to be doing my podcast soon, bro.
Good. Yeah. Good. No, it's a great brother, man. Good brother. Guys like my brother Sendog will be there. We're going to have live performances like Rodney O and Joe Cooley, Drez of Black Sheep, myself, and Dana Dane, OG Dana Dane. We have people like Alicia Del Valle coming out to play. We have so many good people. The Tommy Lasorda Family Wines will be out there. We have the LA Kings also involved now through a sponsorship. This thing has grown so much since I conceptualized it, and we're you know. So year 2, I can only imagine what the things we're going to be able to accomplish, you know, and it's all capped off because we have a great cause, man, and just giving back to the community, man, and giving back to these kids. Imagine if the arts weren't available when me and you was coming up, you know?
Bro, there was no arts, man. I went to a high school. I ended up going to Marshall High School, and they had the arts. See, Marshall High School, bro, was the only school, I got to tell you, my high school was the only school that wasn't bused during busing because it had kids from the Echo Park, you know, area and Los Feliz area together, so it wasn't bused. But it was uneven, man. It was uneven, and fuck you all you artist motherfuckers, because it was they never let in kids from the hood. Why? Like they were never like. We were never really like welcome to be part of the drama class. Nah. Do you know what I mean? We were never really welcome, bro. It was always more for the artsy fartsy rich kids. And they were all from Las Feliz.
That was a complete different scenario.
No. So I love what you're doing. And I always
love for inner city kids, low income Latino families. Yeah. You know, how we're doing this, you know, through the community centers, to like the ACE Foundation, the La Puente Community Foundation. These people have picked up the bill so that these kids can have Mellow Man Ace teach them how to rap. And
bro, anything I can do, bro. Anything I can do for you, and anything.
We need a check for $500,000.
Bro, I'll give you some. I'll give you
fucking with you, Willie.
No, I can give you 500. Bro, I can give you 500 like that, bro. 500,000, bro.
Nah.
That's out of my head.
As long as you show up,
bro.
Hang out, network, man. Show people that you're there. Supportive.
Look, bro. Put it right here, right now.
Financially.
Right now. No. Right now. I'm gonna promise you 2 things.
What's that?
Right now, and then one, I'll donate 500 to your cause. Right.
Damn.
Right now. Right, I donate 500 right now. You know, bro. You know it's right. We're on camera.
We're on camera. That's awesome. Thank you, bro.
So I'll donate 500, and 2, if I'm in town, I'll whatever you need me to do, bro. Hey, bro, I don't, you know, if I have to hold the sign, whatever I'm gonna do, bro, I'll do whatever I'm gonna do, brother.
I just want you to come out, have a good time, meet these people, meet your fan base, and hang out with Mellow Man Ace, and that's all we need from you, brother.
Done, bro. Thank you. Love, man.
Man.
All right, man. So we done now.
One last thing. If you want to get involved if you want to be involved in the golf tournament, look me up on Instagram at mellow_man_ace. DM me and I'll take care of you.
Wow, beautiful, man. Man, I don't even want to say goodbye because I know something's gonna pop in your head.
Yeah.
Like
no. I'm good now.
All right.
I'm good.
Listen, man. Me and this cat, we've always got along. And for those of you guys who don't know, sometimes artists they run into each other at fundraisers, parties, etc., etc. And me and Mellow always run in. We shake hands. Always give each other a hug. And I thank you, man, right here, bro.
It's a mutual thing. It's mad love, man.
Fabian, what are we plugging,
Do you
bro?
want to plug your shows in? I'm gonna do it for you.
Go ahead, bro. Plug my shit. He goes, I don't remember shit.
All right, we let's see, March 30th, Palmdale, California, the Transplant Brewing Company, 2 shows.
Hey, there's only a few tickets left for the second show, bro. Literally only a few people. So get those tickets, man. All right, jump on it. Look.
And then April 5th, Laredo, Texas, at Average Joe's, 2 shows. And then El Paso, Texas, the comic strip, April 11th through the 14th.
Paso. Love my people. All right, guys.
Good.
Anyway, there it is, man. Matt, love. Hey, man, thank you again, my bro.
Thank you, Willie.
And here it is, man. Willie Barcena's dropping. It's all about just relaxing, chilling, talking. All right. There's no bells and whistles here, man. It's just human beings. It's chilling. Peace. Thank you.